Hey Orbs, why don't you show a little interest? Minnie's running away from some real heavy shit, y'all. And we're gonna see if they can make it to Bast while avoiding talking about their feeling. It appears that the fates have something else in store. Hello there, I'm Rasabi, this is Roulette, and we're going to tell a story using Kenshi and this wheel. Spin, wheel spin, weave us the genesis of our tale. Minnie. Minnie. I don't know if I can show like what Minnie looks like. We'll just glance. It's like, what's the copyright one? Steamboat Willie version. Yes, there is. There is a Minnie from this era. Where's Minnie going? Where's Minnie going in this post-apocalyptic hellscape? Bast. And motivations provided by Scarlet Biddle of Character Hub. These motivations will help us reach our potential as we hope to maintain plausible deniability and distance themselves from the consequences of their actions. Minnie's running away from some real heavy shit, y'all. In the meantime, we're just on the run from ourselves. So thank you, and join me as we tell the story of Minnie in Kenshi. What does anyone know about Minnie? Well, we know that we're going to do the usual random start. Stats all over the place. Starting location, wherever. And perhaps we're going to have folks accompanying us on our journey to plausible deniability as we distance ourselves from the consequences of our actions. I'm going to go ahead and just set this number up to 4. And that's good. I think the hair is going to be doing some heavy lifting here. Like... it's very close. Thank you, dramatic music. I think we can work with this. I mean, that might have to be. This might be the best. Hold on. I mean, the best solution. Perhaps the best thing as well, but. Yeah, I guess we gotta go with this. It's got the dark nose, a large head, non-existent neck. Yeah, you got wide cheekbones. Look at that smile. I think the mouth is more... Yeah, it's a big mouth. Very wide. Yeah, not arched. Yeah, definitely kind of low. Tilted up. Alright. What's Minnie's idle stance? Haunched and ready for antics. I mean, this is probably about as good as we're gonna get. Minnie is ready to venture forth, and as long as everyone realizes that she didn't do or see anything. And just a reminder, Minnie's headed to Bast. We have Hergel. We have some people photobombing me. Very stealthy, Mr. Hergel. All stats minus 118. So the stats say they go down to minus 100. So Hergel here had to work hard at this dexterity stat. And Minnie is on a journey of plausible deniability in this barren land. She doesn't know where Mickey went. She doesn't know what befell of the rest of the uncopyrighted crew, first released in 1924 and therefore far and away outside of the purview of enforcers of things as draconic as intellectual property. We have no food. We're going to set out and look for Bast. where we will not be judged. Do we think that Bast is in a place called the Spider Plains? If I were Bast, I would be all we gotta do. This is all we gotta do. We have to traverse Okran's Gulf, Okran's Pride, and get to Bast. And by golly, if we aren't going to do it at a reasonable speed, this doesn't seem like the sort that have known each other for long. My assumption is that Minnie has lost a lot, and who hasn't? And the important thing when you have lost is to just listen to yourself and how you're going to move on. We have to step over the things that are weighing us down sometimes and come back to them and pick them up. And sometimes we just gotta, sometimes you just gotta grab whatever life presents to you. Keeping friends and family close are what's important. Sometimes it's a found family. Sometimes it's a found family named Settles, Hergel, Sing, Leaf, Weasler, and Bodo. Sometimes you walk into a block of copper resource. Minnie has her robot legs, a crew of escaped slaves. We have Hergel here. The weaponsmith, actually very athletic, very good at stealth. Then we have Settles, who was an engineer in a past life. Oh, who was very good at the trades. Weapon armorsmith as well. Perhaps they were enslaved because of their skills. Sing, also good weaponsmith, armorsmith. Also a good engineer. Also an escaped slave. Leaf, also very good at weapon armorsmith. Weasler. Everyone here is a smithy of some sort. No doubt they were pushed into the service against their will. Why else would you have such a collection of smithies? Tired of their indentured servitude, and they set out together. With nothing but the immediate supplies in their back. We join them now as they run low on their camp supplies. And we're going to see if they can make it to Bast while avoiding talking about their feelings. We have no money in order to actually apply our skills of smithery. We would need some seed funding of some sort. We see some numbers springing up spontaneously, whole integers, real numbers that you can grasp and hold. When you've got a past that's haunting you, you have to hold on to what's real. You gotta get out of your head, look at some numbers, and not move towards beak things, which have more blood in their bodies than almost my entire crew. 331. Keep a weathered high on the horizon as night falls. We're gonna chill out as these bone dogs slowly encroach upon us. We're known for our weapon crafting prowess. We're not really known for our bone dog battling skills. I know they're out there. I hear the rustling of paws, the sniffling of snoots, of bone snoots. Oh, right there. Everyone get low to the ground. Everyone use your inside voice, even though we are in fact outside. Gaze ye at the distant planets. Think how quiet those planets spin in the heavens, stuck in a firmament that they cannot escape, much like Minnie cannot truly escape what she did, and there's fighting over there. Wolfden 112 has been wiped out. That was my favorite one. There was a lot of iterations. They had a lot of opportunity to make improvements, and I think they nailed it with that one. It's very unfortunate. But you franchise, all of a sudden there's a wolf den on every block. I just couldn't survive. Mr. Leaf, on the wind, watch how he soars. An adventurer. Ellipsis. Do you enjoy the hospitality of the United Cities? No, because I don't know what that is. Good then, I once led a coup against the United Cities in Brink. Ellipsis. I had hoped to crush the Ook, but my men were cut down and I exiled. Ellipsis. They believe me harmless out here, wandering aimlessly. Ellipsis. Would you be interested in my campaign to crush the United Cities? Their dominion cannot be allowed to exist any longer. So be it. I will assist you in your quest. My relation with the United Cities is increased by -10. Your name is Park. Welcome aboard. You probably are much faster than the rest of us. Athletics, your stats are actually all in the positive. You are a god among our band. Smithies who've sooner picked up 2 blacksmithing hammers as opposed to working on cardio. People are just bringing out nothing now. Bringing out nothing. They probably want me to hire them, and I have money. How did I get money? Who gave me money? Honestly? Okay, we're just trying to get to Bast. If you guys have like some free time and you're actually good at not dying, what can I do for you? I'm looking to hire some bodyguards. Just like one day. I like your pirate hat. So our crew grows. Minnie will do anything to avoid talking about her past. She's forging a future with a gaggle of hired muscle and revolutionaries. Park must have been loaded. Park must have been more than willing to give a bunch of escaped slaves, smithies and strangers funds, and all we had to say is, yeah, we don't like the United Cities. Blessed orb, obliterating darkness, obliterating the horizon. Wolf Den 167 again. You used to see Boba on every corner. He was the same thing with Wolf Dens. Someone just had to tell him to stop. And a little bone doggy, disenfranchised. Wandering from den to den. Search for job security, and it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. Sometimes the world is just cruel. Desolate mesa. More alive than you would think. It's a good amount of flora. It's a good amount of hungry fauna. It's a good amount of these people, hungry bandits, may have decided we're just not even worth the effort. Speaking of hunger, Weasler is pretty hungry. This used to be a steamboat, large and proud. Winnie looks everywhere but at it. As a skilled engineer, though, Winnie knows all the ins and outs, perhaps even what befell this machine so that it would be stranded out in the middle of these desolate wasteland. She says nothing. So it appears that in our vigor to pick up Park, we neglected to mention that he had a hot tail still on, still just hounding his every step. We'll see if our pirate crew wearing orange safety vests is willing to put up with it. I have a feeling like their pack beasts are going to be, their beasts of burden, they're going to be a bit of a challenge. Leaf is already down. As I mentioned before, my crew has the same amount of blood between all of them as a grapefruit. So I have my doubts that they're going to be able to weather this storm. Minnie, though, opens another bolt and puts it right in. Oh, it's getting slashed and has gone down. We have lost everyone but Hergel. We have lost Hergel. We now have our hired swords. Not looking good. I don't know if we've dropped any of them. We dropped their pack beasts, which is actually feet unto itself. Park has gotten up. Park has gotten back down. Venture away. Hergel is wounded. This mercenary guild member, both of their arms, flopping around like a wacky inflatable tube man while they're not looking. What are you up to? They wish for round 2 to begin, but Hergel's priority is to secure Minnie, the fearless leader. Hergel's not too bad. Oh. Maybe a little bit more gentle would have been good. Okay, let's see if we can save Minnie. She's losing blood quickly. He appears to be stabilizing. She just might pull through. Did he run out of... I think he ran... Oh no, he ran out of healing supplies. Yeah, they come back over here. It looks like they're done teaching us a lesson about trusting strangers. They just left their pack animals. Did they even... It's a little... I think he tripped on the dead pack pole. We are recovering now. Yeah, I think this mercenary is just having a hard time. Wolfden 164. We are watching the collapse of the economy in real time. What's this pack pole got that I don't got? A lot of meat. A lot of just... This is a lot of supplies. Oh my god. They just didn't care? They must have had something to do. Redistribute this wealth. I think we're gonna make it all the way to Bass. We no longer need to go to a city. Came out of that just fine. Fortunately, we have a dead mercenary. Minnie's in a coma. We might have to move on. This is not a good place for us to be. So I have discovered. Night is falling fast. Our mercenaries are mostly dead. We're gonna shamble on. Shamble on, you beautiful diamond. Gonna make it to Bass. We're really not that far. We're really not that far. We're only... That's kind of far. Night falls again. We go on. A few injuries. Heavier. A few mercenary guards lighter. The orbs gaze on in indifference. We cry out to them. Hey orbs, why don't you show a little interest? The orbs do not respond. Nor should they. They probably be very loud to be heard across the vast emptiness of space. So we got plenty of supplies. We're still slow as hell. Probably have too much stuff, honestly. Just gonna start dropping what we can. Anyways, Minnie didn't do any of it. Minnie has plenty of plausible deniability because Minnie spent most of that encounter unconscious. The red dawn, ere the sun rises. We're just trying to get to the free country. We're just trying to vibrate against each other in this workaday world. How you doing, Minnie? Minnie with her sucking chest wound. How's our Merry Cruise perception? Minnie's got really good. Otherwise we got Weasler. That would explain why people keep randomly just appearing right in front of us. Do they talk amongst themselves? Do they reflect on their shared history? Slaves and ex-slaves. Park, you do have a bounty on your head. Oh my. This does not look good. You've been beset by hounds at every corner. Oh, sing Weezer Leaf. Go down immediately. Yeah, what if you made a run for it, Hergel? How would that go? Right now there's a city over there, Hergel. So close yet so far. Leaf ain't doing so well. Hergel's okay. Bodo is in fact dying. Alright, Hergel, it's you again. Oh goodness. Can you sneak? Are you good at sneaking? You are the king of sneaking. Here, why don't you first aid yourself? Just stabilize, then maybe you can help Bodo. Oh geez, this was like a den. We just wandered right over to it. Well, we came into their home. Bodo has unfortunately died. Oh, they're coming back to feast. You know, I think they're gonna start eating. Oh no! Oh, they're just eating Bodo. That's okay. Settles. If I were you, I would play very dead. Leaf is dying. Park is dying. And Minnie had nothing to do with it. Leaf is dead. These dogs are fast. Fast and hungry. Alright. Alright, Hergel. Park is dead. Well, rip Park. Thanks for all of your money. Is Minnie even good at sneaking? No. Minus 111. Good at obscuring her past and her guilt. Not good at obscuring her tiny body. Park has been eaten alive. Now you said that Park was already dead. This is being a little dramatic, I think. Oh, hello. Hello, Tuna the Escaped Slave. Oh, is this our chance? Oh. Sing is dead. How's it looking? Oh, your friends are being eaten. That's a bummer. Sing has been eaten dead. Sing has been composted naturally. Waking up. Oh, but he's so slow. He's so slow. This time, at least if he goes down, like, maybe he's far enough away. Why don't you eat that raw meat over there? Doggy, doggy, eat the raw meat. Well, it was a good plan. And then he tossed Weasler in a fit of rage. Tossed him so hard that his stomach was wounded. I can't believe he threw him. Well, Weasler's dying now anyways. What difference does it make? You can make a full recovery. You never know. Weasler's dead. There's no reason for us to... Settles is dead. There is no more anything tying us down to this blighted land of dogs and their hunger. Hergel is... We're a party of 2 now. Hergel has no dexterity, no perception. Again, that's why I keep getting snuck up on. Minnie can see so well. If only she would let her eyes open. Truth of reality around her, and yet it remains closed. What happened to everyone? What will Hergel tell Minnie? They head to Bast all the same. What more is left? So I didn't realize that the place I want to get to, Bast, was through the Holy Land, so maybe associating with a Holy Land cast out was in retrospect not the best move. By Jove, we've done it. Minnie is finally up. So, about the rest of the crew. Yeah, there were some dogs, and there was some crew, and now the 2 have conjoined. And unfortunately, we've had to part ways as a result. Minnie didn't do none of that. Minnie wasn't even awake. Minnie will insist. So they both set off. Holy Nation land, you've got to be kidding me, yeah? Unfortunately, I am not. A woman-hating hellhole is no place for a lady. The sky is full. Settles has been eaten alive. That is Old Hat. I don't even know who that is. Minnie disavows all knowledge of an individual known as Settles. We still have our ration packs. Which have 2 ration packs to last us all the way to Bast. Who were those people anyways? Minnie thinks to herself, just a half dozen of unfortunate wretches that I had no obligations to. This way, don't go right in front of the Holy Nation City. Give them a wide berth. Give the dogs a wide berth. It's really, in general, just berths. The wider the better. It appears that we have been spotted. Make a run for it. Make a run for it, Hergel. It's okay, Minnie. Heart of a champion. Body of a guilt-ridden mouse. Food of a person who just had all their food taken from them. Such is the fates. We had a lot of food at one point. We have to stroll right past this holy city. At this point, is it maybe better just to be taken in? No, I suppose not. I suppose not. Down with the patriarchy, we scream. Hergel screams at Minnie, who is once again in a coma and disavows all knowledge of this decision-making process. It's gonna sneak across the road. None the wiser. Threading the needle here. May the raptors see us. The raptors are shambling towards us. The raptors are feisty, hungry, bulbous. Oh no. Cantankerous. Rapacious. Now I think if we're going to choose between them and some bigots, it's the dilemmas that women face every day, I think. River raptors are having their own disagreement with the Holy Nation's dogma. So what's the first thing you're going to do in Bast, Hergel? I suppose I'll mourn the dead. Oh, but what's the point of that? Says Minnie. It's best to just move on. The weight of the dead. If you try to carry it, you'll have no energy for the tasks of the living. What a sad philosophy that is. Hergel, who has sacrificed everything for Minnie. And yet, they're all that they have. I don't know if Minnie's really grown from this at all. Because when you spend most of the event unconscious, there's probably a veneer of doubt in terms of character growth. This is still very much attainable. What was that? What was that? These are Holy Nation. Stumbled upon some Holy Nation friends. Get him. Yeah, Minnie. Well, Haggle, I think it's time to cut your losses. Minnie wasn't that great of a friend. You can only lead a Minnie to water. You can't make Minnie drown in the sorrow until she's able to come to terms with her sordid past. Oh, Hergel thinks. Minnie's so far away, and it's so dark. I could have so much time. And Hergel can't do it. Hergel is cursed by the weight of their own kindness. Realizes that what has befallen Minnie could easily befall them. And Hergel has no desire to carry that wretched weight. We wandered right past Holy Nation Farm because Hergel can't see anything. So close. So close. Minnie wakes up, perhaps realizing finally that she has no means to support herself, no means to carry her own burden anymore. She's relied on others as a shield as long as she can remember. And she wonders what it would feel like to let people not just carry her physical burdens. But so she starts to tell Hergel a little bit about what happened. Just a trickle. The trickle turns into a flow, and all of a sudden she's spilling her guts, heaving tears down Hergel's back, and Hergel is thinking, if I had left you with the dogs. But because Hergel is a much lighter soul, they can handle some of that weight. And what's the harm in that? What's the harm in everyone carrying a little bit of that weight so that we are not all crushed underneath it? Left leg, minus 104. Your left leg is totally destroyed. Lucky it's not something you need to live. You won't be able to kick. Minnie begs for Hergel to set her down so that she can walk some of the way, insisting, oh, one of my legs is feeling quite a bit better. Hergel tells her to shut the hell up. They're almost to Bass, and then they can figure out their next move. Why are these sands so red? Oh, goodness. We're so close. We're so close. We have to cut across that way. That's it right there. Are they going to make it? Minnie begins to wonder if things would have been a little different had she opened up to Hergel sooner. Oh boy, you are. Oh no. And this is not looking good. Hergel throws their arm out of the way, useless. Ready to make one final stand for the sake of Minnie, for the sake of foolish selflessness into the maw of this great beast. Oh, Hergel. A solid blow. Solid dance of death. Battling against fate itself. And down Hergel goes. The arm in even worse shape than it was before. Arm is still entirely messed up. Limb trauma. Can you move at all? Nope, can't move at all. I don't think my arm's getting any better. My arm is getting no better. It's a hopeless fate. It's a hopeless fate. Hergel could try and find help, perhaps. It appears that the fates have something else in store. They might leave Minnie alone, though. They just might ignore. If you run, if you run for your life, if you smack your limbs across ground like they were your greatest foe. Oh, hi, Manhunter. Down once more. Hergel has been through several attacks, and Hergel can do no more. With perhaps a tear in their eye, they know that they have done all that they could, and so they depart for Bast. As Minnie ain't going nowhere, and Hergel can't carry. And with that, we must leave Minnie alone. Thank you for joining my story.